We're going to start the practice today in standing and crossing the webs of the thumbs. Bring the hands one on top of the other and then allow them to come over the belly, so just beneath the belly button. You can close the eyes or take a soft gaze and just take a few breaths here to come into the body, allowing the attention to settle on the breath and the movement of air coming in and air going out. You can feel this rise and fall underneath the hands in this region that in Qigong we call the lower dantian. So this is our reservoir of qi, where we store our energy. So we will start and end the practice feeling this. Releasing the hands now, we're going to start to move from the waist, from side to side, and just allow the arms to move with you. So the arms are coming across the front of the abdomen and across the middle of the back. And they're just making a light contact here into the muscles of the back and across the front of the torso. This is called knocking on the door of life. This is a nice, invigorating, waking up movement. We're going to bring the hands now up onto the chest, so round about the collarbones, and the hands at the back are still moving across the back. You might have light fists here. The hands on the back really are coming to wherever they reach, but ideally the muscles around the spine. And we're allowing this movement to come from the hips and the waist. And then bringing the hand all the way up and over at the front. So we're actually giving ourselves a pat on the back here, tapping on the top of the shoulder and allowing that hand to then come back down, back onto the chest, and then back a couple of times just across the abdomen. And then allowing yourself to just gently unwind and come back to a standing position. We're going to open up through the front of the body now, opening the arms up overhead and then tucking in as we bend the knees and come forward. So we're finding that opening and closing movement through the entire body. This is called spinal breathing. So we're breathing with the whole of the spine, inhaling as we find that opening, exhaling as we tuck and curl inwards. And just play with this sensation, this feeling of expansion and contraction, giving a nice all over warming up for the spine. We're going to release the hands down and do our picking cherries now. So imagining that you're reaching all the way up and picking a cherry off a tall branch. So we're finding a stretch here into the side of the body, maybe coming up into the armpit. And feeling that movement from side to side, and just be curious about the sensations in the body here. I'm going to release the hands down and bring the hands to a cradling position, a couple of inches in front of the belly, with the palms facing up to the ceiling. We're going to have some space between the fingers and some space between the hands and the body. This is one of our holding postures in Qigong, and this posture is designed to help build a little bit of energy. So you want to be as comfortable as you can be. Have a little bend in the knees. Allow there to be a sinking down through the pelvis and a rising up through the crown of the head. We have the space between the fingers to allow the energy to circulate. You might notice that even after a minute or so in this posture, you can feel a little bit of heat building here. Over time, you can increase the amount of time that you spend in these postures, but they're a really great addition to the practice. Releasing the hands now. We're going to float the arms all the way up to about shoulder height and then allow the hands to float down. This is called our Tai Chi opening. The breath here is to inhale as the arms come up exhale as the arms come down. And allow there to be a real fluidity into the movement here. As we move into the more flowing aspects of the practice, you do simple movements in a circular motion, so continuing to allow the energy to build and to flow. I invite you to feel into your body and notice the sensations, the feelings. Keep a softness in the knees. And now we're going to take the arms all the way up and outwards, and then they come back in together and then lower back down towards the floor. So we find this same breathing here. We inhale as the arms come up and out. And we exhale as the arms come back in towards each other and then release down towards the floor. And again, finding this circling movement becomes one continuous flow. So we're not starting and stopping the movement. Movement just flows between rising up and out and in and down. And releasing the arms, we're going to take the arms all the way out, then bring the backs of the palms together and circle all the way round. So looking from the side here, you can see the undulation in the spine. We're bending over a little bit as we come up. The palms turn away from each other and then we circle all the way round. This is called the fountain. There is that sense of drawing up the center of the body and then a flowing out of the energy as water does in the fountain. And again, taking a few repetitions of this movement, allowing yourself to really feel into the sensation. Allowing the hands to release, and we'll bring the palms to make a ball in front of the lower abdomen. So this is our Qi ball. Then we're going to find a gentle pulsing on this ball just in front of this Dantian region. And then imagine that you are playing, circling the ball from side to side. So this is called the lion plays with the ball. And then we're going to pulse again onto the sides of the ball. And then find a little bit of opening. So bringing the arms all the way up and out and then bringing them back in. So this is condensing the Qi. And again here you may feel something between the hands, but don't worry at all if you don't. Just feeling this sense of expansion, gathering in of the energy and then drawing the palms in, condensing that Qi, that energy at the belly, this lower Dantian region. And then pulsing a couple more times before releasing the hands down, palms face up to the ceiling. Then we're going to draw one arm all the way up and round and then coming down, drawing a line down the center of the body. And then releasing and switching hands. And the breath here is to inhale as you circle round, exhale as you draw the hand down in front of the belly. And you might watch the arm as it circles and then see it coming all the way down and through, centering the energy here. Bringing both arms all the way up and round, and then this time the palms face down and we're drawing down through the body, releasing. So there's a sense of gathering with the two arms. This is called drawing down the sky. And the palms wash down through the body, through the legs, releasing into the ground. Inhaling as we circle and exhaling as we draw the hands down and through the body. You can feel that sense of gathering in and releasing and letting go. And we'll find the hands coming together over the web of the thumbs again, bringing the feet into touch, and the hands come back to this lower dantian region below the belly button. And you might close your eyes here or take a soft gaze and just allow the body to rock and sway. This is called bamboo in the wind. And this is the opportunity to let the energy in your body go to where it wants to go. And you might notice how good the body is at coming back to center, at finding that central place even when we feel like we've gone a little bit off balance. The body always knows how to come back. Taking the feet about a hip width apart, you can keep the eyes closed as you take some circles round the belly. So just centering this energy, and let the circles get a little bit smaller each time. So again, feeling that sense of condensing the energy down to this space below the belly button, inhaling, releasing on the exhale, and just shaking off the arms, the legs, take any kind of stretching or any movements that feel good, and we'll close our practice.